welcome to Locomotives on WMPG, Gorham, Portland, radio from the University of Southern Maine. That song you just heard was Cryin Caleb Aaron from his album Night Hoss, and Cryin Caleb himself is here in the studio to perform live. And we're going to get to that in just a second. But first, you should know that WMPG is on the air thanks to the generosity of our listeners and the underwriting support from the West End News, the weekly source of local independent news coverage for in-town Portland. The West End News is available at over 150 locations around Portland and online at thewestendnews.com. That is the West End News, all spelled out, .com. And now I'm going to bring my guest, Caleb, on. Hi, Caleb.
How's it going?
It's going great. This is going to be a great show. We'll talk.
Yeah.
But how about play first?
That sounds good to me.
Awesome, man. Caleb's got a whole chunk of songs, and we're gonna hear as many as we can, and we're gonna talk about him a little bit and talk about his record. And thank you for listening to Locomotives. I'm gonna shut up now. Man. So, hey, I didn't even introduce you really or anything other than to say your name. So
that's all right.
Let's tell our fine Southern Maine and Portland area listeners who you are.
Well, I'm Cryin Caleb Aaron, and I'm a one-man band.
Indeed. So if you're listening, I'm going to paint a picture of you. Caleb has a guitar. Caleb has a drum and a voice. Sick. This is great. How about you're playing Everything is from your album or not everything?
Almost everything. That one was from my album. That one's called See the Light.
See the Light.
And the next song, Pictures of the Weeping Trees, is also on the album.
Right on. And that first song we played was from the album itself.
That's right.
Everybody Wants Their Own.
Mm-hmm.
And this album is on Renegade Records and available. I've seen copies at Bull Moose, so I know at least there.
Bull Moose, Color Sound Oblivion when they reopen.
Yes.
Strange Maine.
Yep.
And on my Bandcamp website, you can order it there, and I'll send it to you.
Full service.
But you can also, more important, it'd be great for people to buy the record, but I'd just love it if people listen to it. And you can do that on all the streaming services, and it's on YouTube for free if you don't subscribe to any services. Same thing with my Bandcamp site.
Nice.
I just want you to hear it.
Yeah, and you should hear it, and you're going to hear it tonight, and you should listen to it again after tonight, because you'll fall in love with it. So, Pictures of Weeping Trees is next?
Yeah.
And maybe we can get some song storying going. We can tell us some stories about it.
We can do that.
All right, cool. Well, let's hear some music for the people.
All right.
Here we go.
You left me so lonesome when you moved so far away to an enchanted city by the sea. You sent me photographs, pictures of the weeping trees. You packed my heart, you put it in your carry-on bag. I could feel you move it out on the way to get to your lip gloss. Find a compact to look at yourself. If you had stayed, we could have been married, we could have been miserable for the rest of our days. If you had stayed, we could have been married, we could have been miserable for the rest of our lives. You left me so lonesome, wish you'd stay so far away.
All right, that was Pictures of the Weeping Trees. So some of these are on the little bit on the shorter side.
Yeah, they're short. That's why the list is long.
Nice. All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about who you are. And so I mean, anyone from Portland knows you from around the various different bands that you've been in.
Yes.
But tell the listeners who don't know who you are who you are.
Well,
What's the origin of Caleb Aaron?
Cryin Caleb Aaron
Cryin Caleb
is
Aaron.
relatively young, but Caleb Aaron Coulthard is not so young. I've been playing in bands in the Portland area since the late 90s. I won't go through the whole list, but the ones I'm proud to be a part of was I was in Big Meat Hammer for a couple years when I was underage. I learned a lot from those guys. I played with Kip Brown in a band called the Vagabond Kings, and with Kip and his daughter Gina in Minkwald and the Gentlemen Callers. I had a band.
You should tell the listeners the story of what the Vagabond Kings
Oh, the
was.
Vagabond Kings. That was Kip Brown's brainchild. It was a Rolling Stones cover band that didn't cover any Rolling Stones songs. It was songs written in the style of Rolling Stones, spanning their career. We're talking soul songs, blues songs, disco songs, and they were all from the mind of Kip Brown, except for he'd throw everyone else a bone and let them do a song here or there, but he must have had 45 songs
That's amazing.
written that way that he wasn't using in any other band. The guy was amazing.
Yeah, he just churned out hundreds of
Oh my-
songs that
and they
were
were-
in there, just
and they
into
were
the
good.
ether. Yeah.
And they were good.
So you played drums?
I played drums in that band, yeah. And
was that your primary instrument at the beginning?
well, for a long time, it was everybody needed a drummer. So if I wanted to be in a band, I could play drums. But it's not. I mean, I like songwriting. I've always loved to write songs, and writing a song on a drum isn't that exciting. So I moved to vocals and guitar, not necessarily just to be in the front, but because I had stuff I wanted to do, I wanted to say or sing about. So, drums are fun, but if you asked me to play right now, I probably couldn't make it through a song because I don't have the chops
Nah.
at the moment. But
I find that hard to believe. But yeah, so and then where I first kind of remember you was Colsack
and Crux. Yeah, that was a band with Leif Sherman Curtis, Adina Barnett, and Stephen Tesh, and that I'm still very proud of all the work we did in that band. Leif and I both wrote songs, and I'm not. As I get older, I'm a lot less nostalgic. I'm not a nostalgic person. I try to go the other way.
Yeah, most people get more nostalgic.
No, I see that around me, and that's like I don't want to do that. So I don't necessarily go back and listen to that stuff. Yeah. But I know, I mean, I feel really good about what we did. And I was in Tarantula Brothers with my friend Diane, and then COVID hit, and I started playing as a one-man band, and I loved it. And then when we could start playing out again, I was playing with drummers, and I joined a band called Droutiga on guitar, but now, and I'm still in that band, but as far as what I do, I'm having fun playing alone. So.
Yeah. You can just take that kit and set up and go.
Yeah,
this was the easiest setup for a live show that we've done. Yeah. That I can recall.
Yeah, I could have got here 10 minutes before we started. We would have been fine.
No, it's cool, but it's also cool because you get that whole room, and then also like it's not going to be like a sweat box in there when you're done.
Oh, I'm sweating.
Oh, you're sweating.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's just the way I am.
Yeah, I mean, I think the room also. So is there anything you want to? So is there with this album, Night Hoss, which I don't know if I've said that yet.
Yeah.
The album is called Night Hoss, and we talked about where you can get it, which is everywhere. And everywhere you could think of to buy a record in Southern Maine, you can get it there. Mm-hmm. Is there a story behind this particular set of songs, or is this?
That's a good question. I mean,
some
of the songs are new. Some of them are really old. Like that first song, Everybody Wants Their Own. I wrote that in probably 2004. I don't remember writing it. I got home one night after Misadventure and like recorded something on a tape recorder and listened to it the next day. I was like, man, that is a really sad, pathetic song. And then kind of never did anything with it. See the Light was another one I wrote a long time ago, but it had totally different words. But it's a collection of songs I'd never used for anything that I kind of just been saving to use for myself.
As a songwriter, do you find yourself more of a mood songwriter, or like I'm seeing like a song title like Pictures of Weeping Trees, and I'm imagining like you literally like looking at a picture or something like that, and then that song comes from there maybe, or is it something different than that?
No, a lot of it's very literal.
That's cool.
It's exactly what it says. I mean, there's metaphors, I suppose, here and there. Definitely in that song there's metaphors, but no, I mean, it's about someone sending me pictures of weeping trees.
Do you find that meaning, like when you're playing, say, like, so you're not going back and listening to these old songs or whatever, but like when you're playing them, do you find that over time that new meanings kind of come into them that weren't there when you wrote them?
Oh, sure. I mean, I think any songwriter, like you write from yourself maybe, or from like a narrative standpoint or whatever. I don't know. I don't want to sound too highfalutin here, but I mean, it's not. I mean, like, I can write have this heartbreaking song, but I mean, in my personal life, like, I'm in love and I'm happy, but that's not going to stop me from being able to complete a song about those emotions, because I've had them and I know what they feel like, and I can put myself there, and I still understand it.
Being empathic is a very big part of songwriting.
Yeah, I think and a lot of the songs come from me. Some of them come from friends of mine who I see going through stuff or did something stupid, and it'll inspire me, and I might sing it in the first person, but it's not me.
Cool. So the next one you're going to do is Turn Loose?
Turn Loose. This is a really old song. This isn't on the record. This is, but I did record it, and it'll be on a compilation that someone's putting out to end health debt. Cool. I'm not sure what it's called. I'm sorry, I should have looked that up first. But
is that part of was like a show recently at Space Gallery? It was Little Oso who's been on the show. Maybe we're sort of behind that. Some of the people from that band?
He is behind it. He's the one. He called just local artists, like, give us what you got. We're putting out a comp, and I sent him a rough mix of this that I recorded. Yeah, it's an old song, but I never did anything with it. I've just never been on anything, so it's like it's new to everyone else.
Nice. Do you want to do before we come back and talk again? Do you want to do a couple songs in a row, and then we'll come back and talk a little bit
I'd be
more,
happy
get
to.
more songs out there?
Sure.
Okay, awesome. So you're listening to Cryin, Caleb, Aaron. This is Locomotives on WMPG.
Been turned so many times, I can't be tied down. Yet I always stick around, no matter where I wander to. Always wander back to you. Been a long and lonely
And that was Continuum? No,
that was
no cross.
No cross.
No cross. You're listening to Locomotives, and we have in the studio one-man band Cryin, Caleb, Aaron. Hey, I got to tell you something. So my mom lives in Minnesota, and she always listens to the show, and she provides certain feedback.
Oh, good.
And she provided a feedback for this show that she's never provided before. Okay. And that feedback was, I'd go see him if I were in Portland.
All right.
So you get that award.
Thanks, Mom.
My mom, Carolyn. And my dad's listening too. They both, they said it sounds, that you remind them of Johnny Cash. My dad is a big Cash fan, so I think they are loving the set. And I am too. It's great. We have... How about, okay, can you do, so Continuum is next?
Yeah.
Can you do that one, and then after that, we'll talk a little bit more?
Sure.
Awesome.
This is actually a Colsack and Crux song that I wrote, and I've just decided to start playing it because I really like the song.
Sick.
So.
Awesome. Great. All right, here we go. So that was a Colsack and Crux song performed, in case you're just tuning in. Cryin, Caleb, Aaron is here live in the studio. You are listening to Locomotives, and I'm going to take advantage of the fact that it is 2.5 minutes to 8 to remind our listeners that they are listening to WMPG Gorham, Portland radio from the University of Southern Maine, streaming online at WMPG.org. There is a WMPG application which you can download, and you can listen on that, or you can just go to that website if you happen to be sitting home on your computer or laptop. If you are listening on the radio, you are listening at 90.9 FM, and that signal stretches pretty far in the Southern Maine area. I know I drove to Mechanic Falls the other day, and it was one of the only stations from Portland that came in all the way there. I mean, that's only a half hour away, but still, hey, signal was strong. Not all the other local ones were there. So if you're out on a on a run, you can always listen to WMPG in Southern Maine and even into New Hampshire and places. WMPG is grateful for support from Briar and Bone. Briar and Bone is a cabinet of curiosity shop located in Biddeford, offering a collection of oddities and curious gifts and decor for lovers of art, science, and nature. Located at 285 Main Street in Biddeford and open Thursday 10 to 6, Friday and Saturday 10 to 7, and Sunday 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. More details at briarandbone.com. Now that is all spelled out, briarandbone.com. And now I'm going to bring Caleb back on. Hi, Caleb.
Howdy.
Do you need a minute?
No, I just needed to tune her up.
Tune her up. Sick. All right. Well, Caleb has we're going to play another song from the record at the very end, but it looks like there's like 7 more songs.
This is a long list, but if we don't make it, that's okay.
No, I think we will make it because we're halfway through now, and it's halfway through the show.
Yeah.
So it's almost like you maybe even planned it this way. Maybe. All right. So our listeners, you're listening to Locomotives, the mostly live, always local. We have a huge archive going back 30 years. I looked up Coalsack and Crux. We have 4 Coalsack and Crux in the archive. 3 studio albums and 1 Locomotives archive.
Look at that.
We looked up other bands, and there's so much stuff. And one of the things, so this is our first show of 2024. And one of the things that I'm going to be doing this year as a project is to bring that archive alive in a hopefully in a new way, and I'll have more to say about that in the future. But right now, we got a live musician in the studio, and I don't want to take away from that. So what are we hearing next?
This song is called Heartburn. It is I'm really into ballads, but I'm really into apocalyptic love songs, and this is an apocalyptic love song.
Excellent. All right, Cryin, Caleb Aaron on Locomotives.
By the heat of my heart.
All right. Is there anything more Portland than a song about burning a city to the ground? Resurgam, baby.
Right?
Yeah, no, that's great. I love that one. Heartburn from that's on track 5.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, do you want to do a couple more?
Yeah.
And then we'll do a talk break so you can have a break from playing for a little bit.
Yeah. This is the hit single off the album. It's called "Show Me What an Angel Is."
Awesome. All right. Right. You want to do one more?
Yeah, I'm going to skip the next one on the list and go straight to a Leadbelly song called John Hardy.
Sick.
I just, Gun Club do a great cover of this, and I love the original. I found something somewhere in between.
Cool.
Johnny, come and go with me, oh boy. Johnny, come and go
Leadbelly cover from Cryin, Caleb, Aaron. That was John Hardy. Whoa,
Yeah.
hey.
Falling apart in here.
Hot
Even
mic.
bull in a china shop.
Oh man! So you are listening to Locomotives. We still got about 20 minutes left, and still plenty of music here with Cryin, Caleb, Aaron, and yeah. So Leadbelly, that makes me wanna talk to you about influences and and what kind of stuff like beyond the Leadbelly.
Well, I love Leadbelly. He's great. Just a extremely talented, sensitive man who was pardoned for murder because he wrote such a pretty song. Good Night, Irene. That's the story. He was pardoned from prison.
Actually, I never knew that.
Yeah. That's how.
I mean, I knew he was pardoned, but I didn't realize.
That's how strong.
It was
no one's gonna write a song
because of those Folkways recordings, right? They went into prison and recorded them.
No, Leadbelly's a big influence. I mean, you ask me on any. I mean, if I list influences, I'll be like, oh crap, I forgot to say so and so and so and so. But I mean, I guess for my album, keep it simple. I mean, what I had in mind mostly was like Dead Moon, Ramones, Johnny Cash, and the Gun Club. Those are like my, as far as like recording and tone and what I was kind of like.
Definitely hear that Gun Club in the tone. Definitely. I have one question that I thought of earlier and I just was reminded of.
Sure.
Just because I like to kind of really think about the continuum of music that I've experienced in town, and I know you spent a lot of time with Kip. I want to ask you if you could say just quickly, if it is possible, what's the best advice you got about writing songs from Kip ever?
Oh, for writing, I got a lot of great advice.
Or just anything that's
Kip.
good. Doesn't have to be the best.
I mean, but as far as writing songs, I'm drawing a blank. I mean, mostly it was just a lot of just do it kind of thing, like and finish it once you start it. But I mean, he learned the most valuable thing I learned from Kip was that men don't wear shorts on stage.
That is a very important,
and it's obviously not a hard fast rule, but
I've done it.
I remember he said it. When he said that to me, because I don't really wear shorts, and I just remember thinking like I've never seen Johnny Cash with shorts on stage, and I'm thinking of all these. I've never. I mean, other than Anthrax. Who do you see on stage with shorts?
Yeah, you look grunge, basically.
Yeah,
and,
and Kip even said like he had a gig on a hot day outside, and a band member showed up with shorts on, and he was like, "No, you're not." And the guy's like, "It's hot out," and Kip's like, "I don't care."
Yeah, and wearing shorts on stage.
And I was just like, "That is."
There's another quote,
great.
and I can't remember who it is off the top of my head, but it's similar to that, where it's someone who was like, "You always want to look nicer than the audience."
Yeah.
And it was like somebody who like wore suits on stage, and I can't remember who it was that said it, but it was a good. You always want to look. I can't remember the someone who's listening is like, you're butchering that quote, and I'm sorry.
No, but I know what you mean. I mean, and it's not a rule. I just know for myself, like I don't feel comfortable in shorts. Yeah. I don't feel comfortable going to the store in shorts, let alone being on stage with people looking at me in shorts. I don't care how hot it is. I won't do it.
I'm the same way about sweatpants. I don't understand how anybody could go outside and when they make sweatpants have like zipper pockets on them, I'm just like, why? That's a thing that our society is like, yeah, do this.
Well, it should be noted that drummers are exempt from those rules too. If a drummer shows up with shorts on, it's like, well, they're playing drums.
Yeah.
And,
I mean,
you're not gonna.
I don't know a single drummer that doesn't have a pair of drumming shorts.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, because Although that said, I don't know. I watched some guy do this crazy like jazz solo, and I can't remember who it was. He was wearing like a suit, and I was just like, "How are you even doing that?" Like his name was like Speedy something. Like that was like his name, Speedy. I can't remember who he is, but he was playing the fastest drill. He was like jazz grip and like traditional grip, but he was like in a full suit, and I was just like, "Damn, dude." That is impressive. And speaking of impressive, I've been really enjoying the set tonight.
Oh, thank you.
Bring it back around to the Cryin, Caleb, Aaron.
Sure.
What do we got next?
Well, this song is called "Shoot Him Again." ... Make sure he's dead. And this is I watch a lot of Italian westerns, spaghetti westerns. I don't think American westerns got good until they saw what the Italians were doing and started doing it here. And a lot of great Italian Westerns have names with titles with dots, like shoot him again, ... make sure he's dead. Like, I didn't lift that directly from a movie, but
No,
you
but
know, there's like Django kill ... if you live, shoot. Light the fuse ... Sartana's coming. You know,
Yeah.
it's just,
or even like the Russ Meyer, like Faster Pussycat, kill,
Yeah.
which doesn't have a ... but
it has exclamation points.
punctuation. Yeah.
So this is kind of my spaghetti Western
Excellent.
story.
Awesome. All right. Well, you are listening to our listeners. You are listening to Locomotives, and I don't know why I keep saying that because it's kind of redundant. But hey, someone may be listening for the first time. Like, what's this? So you're Cryin Caleb Aaron live in studio.
Roaming the wasteland under cover of the night. Sleep the days away on gravel, sand, and stone. Covering our silence for weeks together all alone. Neither one of us can recall who we were or where we come from. Every night a new beginning, every dawn a brand new death, assuring us to be the devils we've become. Scan the horizon into the dark, search for dying campfires against the blackness of the night. Creep into camps with hell's fury burning in our hearts, butcher the weary in the moonlight. Wait to a callous hand stifling your breath, with fingers that reek of blood and death. Passionless ends for desperate lives. This road is for the devils and the damned. We are damned. We've lost the part of us that feels. We've kept the part that wants. We no longer know our names. We are strangers even to ourselves.
Hey, I didn't turn on my microphone there. So that was a theme of like imaginary spaghetti Western.
Yeah, apocalyptic
Western.
Western.
The theme. I like it. How about you got 3 more on the list. We got 10 minutes.
2 more live songs. We can do that.
Right. And the last one we're going to play is from the record.
Yeah, and we
so
can just play that out.
Yeah, we can. Well, who's the host here? Cryin Caleb Aaron.
Good point.
No, I'm just kidding. You're right, and that's exactly what we will do. You've done the show before, I feel like. So let's just say the album is Night Hoss. It is available on all streaming platforms. You can listen to it for free, and as Caleb stated, and I don't want to talk for you too much, but just listen to it. Buy it if you want it. Get the record. You can get it at Bull Moose. You can get it Strange Maine. You can get it from Caleb directly on Bandcamp.com. And that artist, again, in case you don't know or missed it, is Cryin Caleb Aaron. And yeah, this has been great. I love this
thanks
show.
for having me, Bob. And thanks, Morgan, for the terrific sound. I've never sounded so good in my headphones. It feels great.
You are continuing to do my job better than I am doing. Morgan, a wonderful asset of Locomotives. I cannot speak and sing his praises to the high heavens enough. And Morgan, you are awesome. Thank you. And also I want to thank Amanda, who's here shadowing. She is going to be coming on board the team, and we're going to be bringing some new faces or some new new voices to the show in the new year, get me off the mic a little bit and into the archive a little bit more, so that we can really bring this historic 30-year archive that we talk about all the time and actually bring it out into the light of day, or the light of airs, waves, whatever the metaphor would be. I'm mixing metaphors. But yeah, so you got 2 more live?
Sure.
You want to just do them back to back?
Yeah, I'm going to flip the order, though.
Right.
This song goes out to my friend Theresa Wood, my musical sister in Droutiga. This is a song she wrote. It's called Nekkid.
So I don't want to interrupt too much, but wow, such a different energy on that song, but really cool. I love that. That was really neat. It's just a song that I've heard live a bunch of times, so I kind of recognize it more than some of the other stuff that you've been playing tonight, which I will rectify as well, because I really like this record.
Oh, good.
But yeah, okay, so this is Lost in the Fields?
Lost in those fields, yes.
Cool. And then, before you start, next is we've had a programming shift, and Soulmates is next with Ben, and not Global Grooves. I feel like I should say that. It's going to be an awesome show. But, Cryin Caleb, more songs.
Setting sun is in my eyes. Only hear the brush rustle under my feet, dragging in the dirt and stone. I am lost in those fields. sun is gone, no moon or stars in the sky, and I can't seem to find my way. I am lost in those fields. I am lost in those fields. I am lost in those fields. I am lost in those fields.
Thanks, Caleb, for coming on. And since we only have a couple minutes left, we want to play this song from, I don't even know if this is coming through. I think it is. Thanks again for coming on.
Thanks so much for having me.
And we're going to go out on Hossa Nova from side 2 of Night Hoss. This has been Locomotives, and stay tuned afterwards for Soulmates.